What is up? Total excellence. Thank you, dudes, for coming to the stream. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we are here and we are live tonight, guys. So, let me just switch my cam on really quick. Bam. Because right now, I'm going to be showing this bad boy right here, which will be a trading card when we get funded on the Kickstarter for the flock, the big flocking book. And we have the creator himself, the flock comic groups. Okay. Pardon me. It's comics group with the creator, Scott the Flock Wilson. And I also have him on the panel here, conveniently. How's it going, bud?
It's going good. Quite an intro. I love it.
Oh man, thank you, bud. Yeah, man. So how you been, Scott? How you been?
I've been doing good. Just came home and got ready for the stream, and maybe doing a little thing here and there, and I'm ready to go.
Ooh, ooh. Okay,
God, that looks so
okay.
good. that
Yeah, no, man. Steven hit it out of the park, dude. I'm like blown away. I was just so excited when I saw this. I'm like, oh my god! But just the physical itself. Oh man. Um.
it
So
literally
yeah,
looks like he's jumping out of a portal. Something.
yeah, right. It right. Oh my gosh, it's just perfect for a freaking trading card, man. Let me see here. Now, speaking of trading cards, we not only have one, but we got three. Correct?
Correct. We've got 3 going to be coming on this campaign. There's going to be, of course, these are all unlockables, so they're not as much as I wish they would just be, everyone gets them automatically, which I'm like that and I'll just do it. But we have to have these unlocked just for funsies. So this one's going to be the first unlock when we are basically funded. So once our campaign is just funded, nothing over, nothing under, just right at funded.
Mm-hmm.
This one's going to be able to be added to all the backers, and then the next 2 are at different goals. So I think the next one will be Gosling, and then the last one will be Jackie Oakes.
Gotcha.
But they all look fantastic.
So I'm gonna pull. Yeah, no. Again, Steven just hit it out of the park with this, man. So I'm gonna pull up the cover for the Flock issue 5, and what's awesome too is we're not only gonna have the soft cover, like just issues 1 through 5, but there's also gonna be floppies available. Correct.
Correct.
For
so
people
the floppies,
that
yeah, so the floppies are going to be available. They're mostly of course, they're going to be in the add-on section. So the main reason I'm doing that is because, of course, I would like to push people to buy the volumes because they're much more save you much more money. Because if you went and got all the floppies, I mean, if you want to do that, that's great. That'd be awesome. But I'm more like, you get everything so much cheaper in one big book. And it's been one big flocking book, okay? It's not just one little book. So
yeah, no, it's gonna be flocking good. I'll tell you that much. I don't know. It's just so crazy. It's been like 2 years that we've been working on this book.
Yes. So I think I started writing. Can you hear me all right? Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, good. I think I started writing 2019, and then 2020 is when I actually kind of put things like together to start looking for artists. And then 21 is when I actually got an artist that I was, I liked, and we had a good working relationship together, and we actually, got, trying to say, like, me and Gino really got each other, our vibes matched. We both had the same goals when it comes to making comics, and so with that, we were able to create the characters, and I sent him different ideas, and he tones in, and then we were to make the Gooseman was the first character, and then we made Jackie Oaks, and then the Gosling. So it was like, yeah, it was really cool because you know it's over time. It's crazy how in 2019 I was just making this character. It's just would be cool if there's a Gooseman superhero who flies around in a jetpack. It'd be freaking sweet. And then now we're just going doing a campaign for 150 pages and all in color, and it's incredible.
Yeah, man. That is nuts. Let's go ahead and look at our chat real quick. We got the creator outlet, Hail Excellence. Thank you, man. And we got Fly Fox Pro. Hola. Whatever happened to the Gators? The Gators, that they just wanted to go to another pond. I'm kidding. Uh, the Gators, they're. I'm still. Trust me, I'm still working on them. They're always in my mind whenever I am doing other projects as well. After I'm done with this big flocking book, I'm gonna start working on the flocking gators. And also too, like I'm gonna do some redesign, not too crazy. Just gonna redesign Todd due to some feedback I received when I commissioned an artist, and I got like really authentic feedback, and as well as what else? Uh, Also, too, just to get at least the script done. I'm gonna have the one shot. One shot is already ready. Like the script is ready. I just need to draw it whenever I have the time. I'm debating whether to do it either physical or digital, and it's gonna be controversial, especially those who've watched me over the years in my coloring stream. It's gonna be black and white. So
That's quite controversial.
it is, man. I am going off brand.
Hey, it's you could always do what we talked about before, and go that route, and then get it colored later on.
Gotcha. Fly Fox Pro says, I will say this looks cool and I've been intrigued by it. What's the age appropriate of it? So it's an all ages comic. You can even, you know what, be perfect. I'll actually drop a link down for the Global Comics,
Yeah.
which is free to read. Like you can literally read issues 1 through 4. Okay, and you get some. It'll be awesome to get some fan art with you, Fly Fox Pro, because I know you've done some work doing with Doug and stuff. So
Yeah.
we,
Fan art's
we would,
awesome.
yeah, no, fan art, it's amazing. So let me share the link. The Flock comic. I'm gonna like not say it out loud like I'm like a grandma or something. The Flock issues 1 through 4. Globalcomics.com. Boom. So yeah, it's an all ages comic. It's taken in 1950s at O City, Canada. The one that I'm coloring is the Gooseman, who is the uh, main focus on the series, as well as 2 other buddies with his cousin, who is not cousin. What I'm talking about, his nephew. His nephew Edward, aka the Gosling, and his war buddy / best friend Jackie Oaks, which is, if you look at my uh, co-host here, that's Jackie Oaks.
Yeah. So Fly Fox, the main, like he just went through, the Flock is basically a story that's all ages. It's very highly inspired through Golden Age storytelling. So the stories are supposed to be for everybody. They're not taken way too seriously. There is a serious undertone, but it's just to get the story moving forward. The villains are all types of different characters. So our hero, of course, is the Gooseman, who's got like a jetpack, kind of like a Rocketeer meets Batman in a way. And we've got him with several different gadgets, and then he's got his nephew is basically a sidekick. His called the Gosling, and he is basically his nephew who basically has been basically being raised by the main character, and uh, he doesn't want, of course, his nephew to be in harm's way. So the main thing, the struggle we have in the story is trying to get his nephew to basically stay away from danger, and he'll handle it. And then, as you read the story, you realize that the Gooseman needs some help. He can't do it on his own. So, uh, yeah, it's the main. I wanted everyone to read it. So the reason I did it that way is because I love the idea of having um, a dad, a mom reading to their son or daughter, or a grandfather or grandparent reading to their grandchildren, uncle, aunt reading to their niece or nephew. I just wanted the whole. It's basically going to be a family type of book, comic to read, and I love the idea of having uh, the golden age, because that's where comics were kind of like a little bit of corny, of course, but a lot of comedy to it. It was supposed to be bring a smile to your face. It wasn't supposed to be quote, uh, you know, pandering to a certain group. I don't like doing that. I just want it to be fun, action, adventure, and make you basically make you smile. Is at the end of the day. I would say like most of the page works in the script and the writing. I laugh, and I hopefully that if I laugh, other people laugh. I mean, if this can, have you laughed at reading any of the books or no?
Oh my gosh, I have been. Oh my god, I don't know. There's too much for me to. Actually, I do remember there was. Hold on, my cat is like rubbing the door really quick. I'm sorry. Let me get back with you really quick. Okay, I'm back. So there was one where in issue 3 that Gooseman was sneaking in the blimp. No, actually it's issue 2. I'm jumping in numbers. Issue 2 was when he sneaked into the blimp and like
Yeah.
he's in the shadows and stuff, and then like he made a comment about one of the bad guys of the Purple Hood gang of his pants, and I honestly thought it was overalls, but you know, and you've seen the art longer than I have, and I guess like it was supposed to be jeans. So you made a comment saying like, "Oh, I wonder how he was able to dye his pants that color." I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
That
It's
that
just
that that to me was good. That was really good.
yeah, it's great. I just love having fun with it because we'll do serious stuff, but I just love having the idea to um just have fun with it. It's storytelling, but I just want it to be goofy and like the first, like I'll give you an example of Fly Fox. Them in the first book, all right, the villains are called the Purple Hood Gang, and little inside baseball. The reason that they're called the Purple Hood Gang is because when I was writing this, someone in the Starbucks that I was sitting in had a purple hood on, and then I called them the Purple Hood Gang. So that's just a little bit of a side thing,
Oh, wow.
just a little bit of inspiration there. But
Gotcha.
they steal maple syrup, and the town is panicking because they're hoping that they don't run out of maple syrup for the Maple Festival, which is a festival for the city. And the Gooseman ventures out to stop them from stealing all the maple syrup. It's simple, but very effective story because it's actually a true story.
Oh man. Let me see. See, cool. Thanks. My son is 4 and has been wanting to look through more comics. It's hard to find stuff I can trust. Awesome. Sounds cool. I love old golden age, silver age stuff. That's what I grew up reading because that was the only stuff at the library. And let me see.
Nice.
I heard Global Comics is going to do print on demand. Really? That is really interesting.
They're they're actually also doing conventions too. So like you could sign up to um like I think they're gonna do a from what I've seen on their website for the creators zone area is
Hmm.
that you can sign up to RSVP for like a convention that they're going to,
Right.
and then I guess all the creators can meet at their booth or something like that. But I don't know. I don't know the extent of that. I just very very minimal knowledge on that. I just put my comic on there and see if people like
Gotcha.
it.
Sign up for the pre-launch page for Kickstarter. So Firefox, do I call
Firefox,
it Firefox?
Flyfox.
Sorry, I know. When I saw the Fox, I thought about the web browser Firefox, but no, it's Flyfox Pro. Flyfox Pro. If you haven't already signed up for the pre-launch page for the Kickstarter of the big flocking book, go on ahead, man, because you will be rewarded once we go live. There will be, I believe, like early shipping. Correct?
Yeah, so in the first, they'll be available as basically the first, I think, five backers have that will have the option to getting the paperback with like $5 off. So like
Ooh.
basically, it's a $30 book down to $25 plus plus shipping. So it'd be like basically yeah $5 off. So it'd bring it down to I want to say it'd be under $30 instead of over $30. It's basically it's
Mm.
be like. But,
Yes. So make sure you get it before it comes to $30. I mean, it's still a good. Again, I'm not doubting that $30 for like what, like 140 pages plus
150.
one fit. Oh wow, I've under. I went like really under. Okay, 150 pages.
Yeah, it's it's up there.
It's
And
okay.
actually, to be honest, it's
Hmm.
probably going to be more than that because if we unlock uh, the 8 page shorts, so could be closer to even 180.
Ooh,
I think. I think my math might be wrong, but if I include the covers too, so
right. And it's 8 pages, right? If we unlock the stretch goals.
one of them is 9, but the other two are 8. Yes,
Okay.
so basically 25 more pages to so it'll be 175. Still, a lot of books, a lot of pages.
Lots of content. But yeah, I'm just so happy we're getting close too, man. Like we're not too far. Like April
No, yeah,
14th, man. It's oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy how when we started like what, the beginning of this month or maybe even like yeah, I think the beginning of this month is when we started like planning everything out.
I know. Well, we did start a little. I think we started. Didn't we start in February or no? I probably started in February, but we started meeting. I think in March
Right.
this month. Yeah,
Yeah, man, it's bonkers. I, I know I say some words that maybe like not a lot of people heard, or maybe they heard it, but maybe it's just showing my age.
What?
um,
What's that?
no, like I'll tend to say either bonkers or whatever, like geez Louise. It's like I don't know whether I just make up words on the go, or maybe it's just showing my age. It's a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
So what you got going on coming up?
What, like what I'm coloring, or like after this?
Um, well, either after this or do you have any like anything, any projects you are going to be working on soon, or
Yeah, I got another cover. I'm coloring a cover as well as a back interior cover for Dale A. Um, so I'm gonna get that done. To well, not get it done, but at least make some progress. And then once the weekend comes, when I'm gonna go on crunch mode and get her done. And what about you, bud? Are you doing anything after you're done with the the big flock and book?
well, I mean, we can maybe announce it on here, but I'll do more. I don't know, maybe later after the campaign. So our plan is after the campaign is finished, is to do a basically a chapters on global comics, and there will be chapters of like 5 pages at a time, and we'll keep running them through to the end of the year, and it'll be in black and white, and then the goal would be to have a campaign to colorize it and make it one big volume, basically volume technically it'd be volume 2.
Yeah, right.
Man, that would be such an insane um, book size.
Yeah, man. I don't know. What are you thinking of? Maybe even taking advantage of that new feature that Global Comics is doing, since Fly Fox Pro brought it up.
I think it might not be a bad idea.
And besides, it's going to be black and white, correct? When we post them.
Uh, yeah. So
Let me see. I'm like so focused right now. It's been such a long time since I
yeah, it's all
streamed,
right.
and but yeah, man, I'm just so happy I get to color this because nobody else have the privilege of doing it but me. Anyone else, I'm sorry, but you got to stay in line, know your place, know your flocking place.
Yeah, man. It's all right. We're just hanging out. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna hang out. Let me see. You know what? Let me actually start dropping some links to some peeps if they want to join in our madness. Bam, copied. We'll go to the Twitter spheres. I don't know why it says spear, like Britney Spears.
Huh.
The Twitter sphere. All right. So we got one since. Now plenty more to go. Let me see. Oh man. Oh
Hey,
wow.
thank you, Vox.
See, I shared the link on the community page. I doubt it will lead to anything because I've kind of let my channel die a bit, but you never know. Yeah, no, again, I appreciate it. We appreciate it that you shared the link, Fly Fox Pro, because you never know. Someone will come by and be like, "Hey, I like this fucking book." So for me, like I know a lot has changed over the this past few months. Could I say months? I think I could say months since I did a live stream for the flock and promoting some pages and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so you know, I've been taking what is it? I've been exercising. I'm in a plateau now, so I need to get back on my I need to get back on my feet. But I've been exercising like a madman, and it's because I have a buddy of mine that loves to exercise like nonstop, and I'm also taking like MMA classes too. So Scott, if anybody's giving you problems in the
Oh, good.
in
I know my colors can kick someone's ass.
you know, it's like literally like what was it? Tonight's yesterday's class was teaching us how to like do submissions and transitions and all this stuff. Like he taught us how to do an arm bar and as well as like some choke holds. And I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect. It's like I don't know, like when I first started, um, I believe, yeah, I started in the month of December, so I started like training, is what everyone would always say. So it's it's fighter's code. It's like how long have you been training? It's like very interesting, and I've been training since the month of December, and now like I'm taking their classes and stuff, and it's really interesting. At first, I was struggling learning like just basic strikes, especially the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like strikes numbers are like up to 6, I believe, and my trainer is really good. Like he used to do like fighting promotions and stuff, and like he has a background of Dutch kickboxing, and oh man, like he would tell me stories of all the like recently same day, like he was talking about all his fights and stuff, and there was a time where he almost like did this flying knee because the guy who he was going against, like he was like 4-time what is it 4-time Muay Thai, or not even Muay Thai, like something else, but he was like 4-time of something, right? And like every time like he hits him, like I don't know, he just gets on a panic attack or something. So it's like it's really interesting, like in the fighting sense too. Is like again, like you could train for so long, and everything is different once you get to the mat. Because again, it's a mind. It's honestly is a mentality thing. Is like once you go into the mat, like that's it. Like well, not mat. I would say more like in the cage. Like once you're in the cage, like that's it. Like everything, anything can go.
Yeah.
It's like everything you trained for, you basically simulated what you will do in the ring, essentially. And like this dude was loading up. I guess he was getting ready to grapple him, and
Mm-hmm.
he was gonna do a flying knee, and he was so pissed because he jumped too high, so
Yeah.
literally he felt his foot touching his forehead, and I believe he won that fight too. But um, the, the medic in the back says, "It's like, yo, I'm so glad that you missed that flying knee because that's reconstructions, like reconstructive surgery right there."
Damn.
I'm like, oh my god. But he was so pissed that he wasn't able to land it. I would too if, you know, again, it's like, what was it? Like, I'm getting too excited talking about this, but um, it's like I would get pissed too if like there's just this one opportunity where someone's loads up, but they load up at the wrong time, and you just see it in just a split second. And but yeah, but I'm doing really good with striking. Right now is just grappling and
So you yeah, so I've never done anything like that, but I've just I've seen people or I've saw people talk about it. Like they talk about a lot about it, like on what's that one podcast? Famous podcaster, can't think of his name,
okay,
but he does. He's got all MMA people on all the time.
nice.
I don't know if it's hmm. Well, I think it might. Oh, Joe Rogan. I just want is what I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. Joe Rogan does that too. He's got a lot of friends that do like jujitsu, so that you like grapple and basically it's MMA fighters and stuff. So
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Especially that he works in the UFC. Like he
yeah,
easily has
Fox
the
got it.
connection.
Fox got it. um, yeah, it's gonna be good. I I've never really done any fighting. I'm not a fighter. I've worked out though. I've power lifted before, and I don't ever want to do that again.
Dude, that's insane. Like when you told me that, like you're a power lifter, I'm like, what, Scott?
I don't
Is
want to
like,
do
what
that.
type of secret life did you have, man, before you became like a comic book writer?
Man, I don't want to talk about. Well, we can a little bit. So I used to work out with a friend of mine who we both worked together, like kind of
Mm.
similar to your story a little bit. But the main difference though is like we basically carpooled all the time. So it's like I wanted to lose weight. He was wanting to join a powerlifting group. So I'm like,
Oh
oh
wow.
great. So I was just like in the crux of being the carpool. So we would go to the workout, and he was motivating me to work out, and I was motivating him, but uh, it was just I was the right moment, the right time, and we just did bench press. Uh, that looks so good, man.
Thank you.
I'm just look as you zoom out. I'm like, damn, that looks so good. And you're just putting on. You're not even doing any. You're just putting the base colors down,
Yeah,
and it
exactly. I'm doing
still
the
looks good.
flats. Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
No, so we would do the one workout I hated the most was the stones. It was basically taking a 50. The smallest one was 50 pounds, but like you go higher and higher and higher. I think one was
Oh,
100 and then 150 and then jumped all the way to 200. But they're just basically big
holy
spheres,
crap.
huge
Okay.
stones. And the concept was you have to lift it up and
Hmm.
then put it onto a like counter or like a box that's higher than you are. So basically
Hmm.
you're lifting it from the ground, putting it to your chest and lifting it to go put it over basically your reach. And when they do it in the competitions, they have to put it over like a bar. So like they raise the bar, um, kind of like the opposite of like um, they you have to basically get it over the bar. So the harder it gets, of course, the bar gets higher and higher and higher, and the weight gets stronger and heavier and heavier and heavier. But yeah, it was incredible. I had a lot of fun with that, and then we also took old tractor tires and flipped them,
Oh wow.
and did that like all day, and it was just like
Holy crap, dude.
a workout. I could not. I could only do that one day a week. But the group that we were with, they would do that as their warm up. They would do that.
Holy crap, dude. What?
I know it was crazy. And then
Oh
sleds.
my
Oh my
god.
god, sled pulling. Jeez, sled
It's
pulling.
like you're talking about war stories or something, man.
Sled pulling is great. I think the one thing I love the most that it's not that much, but it was a lot to me, is that I was able to do a leg press and my squat. I think my squat I got to uh, 315, for
Wow.
one. I didn't do more than one rep. All in all, not both of these. I didn't do more than one rep. But on my leg press, I did 850.
Mhm.
But man, I mean, if it feels good in the moment, but like I can't do it all the time. It's like
Right.
constantly, and um, I would love to go back to working out like that again. Not like powerlifting, but just like working out.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm just trying to get my stuff sorted out first. I have a gym by me, but I'm trying to do sign up when they have like a deal because right now it's too expensive.
Okay, gotcha.
But we have some new people in the chat. We have Deborah. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah. Thanks for coming by.
And we've got Neostar Productions.
What's up, Neo? The brilliant star that shines through the night. The spirit of vengeance that haunts your nightmares. Riserman stands before you. Wow, that's a really strong and stirring intro, Neo. How's it going, folks?
It's going, man.
We're
I'm glad you're
doing
here.
excellent. Yeah, right? It's good to see you, Neo. Always our regular here.
Neo, are you excited for the flock?
I hope you are, Neo, because we're flocking excited for it, if you can't tell. And have you done the powerlifting competitions, or is this only your friend?
I never entered into it because I was too chicken. Yeah, I
Oh
was too chicken to enter.
man.
Well, I mean, I hit myself because I was with him and trying to get him to do more reps, and he was able to do. I think it was. Do you know what farmers carries are?
No, I don't.
So basically, what farmers carries, it's say you have two heavy weights on your both arms, and you have to like walk a certain distance. So like 50 yards, 100 yards, but you're holding that weight on your side. So basically your shoulders are going to get shredded because you're like
Right.
holding them so far distance wise. And they did a somewhat similar to that, but you just had to just stand there and hold the heavy weight. So
Hmm.
you weren't deadlifting it, you weren't leg pressing. You're just basically holding it in your arms
Right.
or in your hands, whatever, on each side, and you're just standing there holding the heavy weight. And I think he did it for 2 minutes and 13 seconds, but he was holding,
Holy crap.
I think he was holding maybe 100 pounds in each hand and just
Wow.
standing there, like literally, it's like the more yeah, it was just crazy how much he actually uh, was able to do that, and it was crazy because the whole time, and then the other parts of it, as I remember, is I think I really should have entered in the competition because there's some categories that I could have won because I did it like all the time, like there's certain like lifts and stuff. Man, that looks so good.
You're too kind, man.
Now I'm just looking at it. It will look so good with like a contrast color in the background. Oh my god, it looks so
Hmm.
cool. It will pop so well.
Excuse me.
Well, while Ichthus is recovering, how are you doing, Neostar? You're working out too? Trick is consistent lightweights. Yeah, I know. I mean, I can't just go back to doing what I did before.
Ooh,
Otherwise, I would just
I'm.
like.
I am so sorry. I was drinking my water, and it just came down in the wrong time. So I'm like, I'm trying to respond to your comment, but at the same time, I can't hold it no longer. So I had to mute myself and had like a coughing spasm. Oh man. Oh, Neostar got some workout. Let me see. The trick is to consistently light reps and then gradually increase the weight and reps after about a week or so. Jeez Louise, man, that's intense, man. Don the deltoid disc disato. That's pretty good. I swear, man. Neil's gonna have like royalties just to give people names of characters.
That's what I was saying.
It's like he just thinks of these names like out of the blue. Like, man, this is so catchy. Um, what was it? Before I really interrupt. Yeah, so yeah, man. Honestly, you ever thought like maybe once you go get back to working out, like are you still friends with the one that's doing the powerlifting? Is he still doing it?
He doesn't do powerlifting anymore. He does a lot more of like, uh, st- well, it's not powerlifting. It's more like strength conditioning. So he'll focus on uh, basically getting his body to be all the same. Uh, like perfect, I guess. I don't know. Not bodybuilding, somewhat bodybuilding, but not. I don't know.
Okay.
Um, but I haven't talked to him in a while. Honestly, the last time I talked to him was probably about a year or so ago.
Oh
But
wow.
I mean, we both grew up. We both had went separate ways. It's like when you meet new people and your friends get old. You wish that you would keep your friends, but you know,
Yeah,
comes with age, man. You buy a house and you get old, and
yeah, you
it,
find
it,
someone that that you fall in love with, you get kids. It's like again, like you built your own.
yeah, because he got married before I did, so
Oh, okay, makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah.
Wow, such a grim ending of this conversation. Anyways,
I mean, he got married. I mean, I don't think he has a kid. He might. I know his wife. Uh, I don't know if they got any children. I don't know,
Mhm.
but he's you know he's good. I think a couple of people that it's really random I've like run into recently is just like people that I hung out with and did stuff with when I was like in my early 20s. So it's really
Mhm.
weird. It's like it feels like yesterday, but it was 8 years ago.
Oh my gosh,
Last
man.
time I saw these people, So it's like,
Yeah.
dang. Especially people you
Wow.
see were like with like every day. So it's like that saying in the office where he goes, I wish someone would tell me when the good old days were like we were in the good old days.
Hmm. It's true. It's true. I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of and it's true. Is like time time flies, and you're just trying to build yourself. Trying to build your own life, and you just hope that maybe even the people that you grew up with are still going to be around. But sometimes they do, and sometimes it's not. And it's again, we're just trying to build our own lives and trying to get do better for ourselves.
Yeah. So like the thing that like this quote is from The Office actually. It goes, I
Okay.
wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before you actually left them. So like yeah, it's just a powerful
Wow.
quote.
Jeez.
uh, for my job, the main thing that I mean, I could be moved to a different store because I work in retail.
Mhm.
My position is, of course, going to be the same or better, but I'll be, I could be at one store or in a whole nother location, but you work with those group of people for, you know, right now I'm at, 9, 10 months. But before that, I was with the group for a whole 12 months. And then before that, I was with the group for 4 years. So it's like you have
Wow.
all those people are in your life, you know, I don't know how long I will be at the current place I'm at now, but you know, you get attached to these people. You know, you see them every day. It's gonna be hard to um, move on in some aspects, and that's for anything in life, you know. But uh, maybe I'll have that written into one of the issues to for young adults to feel the or young kids to understand the concept of uh, moving on and and growing up,
Right.
new friends.
Yeah. Do you have anyone in mind, like a certain character, like you think maybe like Edward? Because I think it's more appropriate with Edward, or we can.
Yeah, I think so with Edward because Edward would be a great character to have. Um, little some character development in a way where he's growing up and it's the thing that I want is the have the ability for the readers to grow up with him. So, which is really cool. And then I would love to see how we progress the story. I have an idea for him later down the line, but I think it would be really cool to see his progression.
Mhm.
Writing character development is probably not my strongest in my writing. I think my
Okay.
writing is more focused on the fun and adventure and action and focused on beautiful artwork. And then my character development over time, I guess, will get better as I write. That's why I think the short five page or 8 page chapters that I do on Global Comics will be able to expand the storytelling a little bit more.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. So as far as how I'm getting from you is, you really like to just start in the middle, basically how George Lucas started Star Wars. Like he just want to start with the action, just the middle part, and we'll worry about like the origin of, let's say, Darth Vader and all these other characters later on down the line.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, wow. I didn't know I was like George Lucas. Wow. Way to give me someone that I inspired to be, and I just went totally his route, and I didn't even realize it.
You
Wow.
know,
I did not even realize that, dude.
you never know, man. Honestly, like George Lucas has influenced so many people, and just and it's just based off other things that he's been influenced with, you know, and
Yeah.
and
Like
and
right
yeah.
now, I'm looking up at my. See, this is a side tangent. I love Star Wars. I grew up with
Mhm.
Star Wars. I will do anything for Star Wars. Pre, in my opinion, pre Disney.
Of course.
I love everything Lucas. I love. See, what kills me is like I love how Lucas his ideas were to pass the Star Wars genre to another company so that he can use his money to build a studio for learning, which never got passed. So he ended up donating all the money to schools. Yeah,
Oh wow.
he donated all the money from Disney to uh, schools. So it's like
Holy crap.
that's $4 billion.
Jeez Louise, man. four
Um,
billion dollars.
but yeah, so I have this poster. It's a actually it's a painting. It's an oil painting from the 30th anniversary of
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars,
Oh, okay.
and it's it's like a poster size. It's like a movie poster size,
Mm-hmm.
and I got it at a some auction place. I just snagged it up, but I look at it every day because it's like Star Wars before Disney touched it. So you've got all the characters. Um, it basically tells the story of one or 4, 5, and 6 uh, in painting format. So like it has all the different characters from all the different movies. So
Mm-hmm.
you'll have the Obi-Wan as um, and Han Solo as in Carbonite. Then you have them, on the front with blaster. Then you've got Ewoks, you have the stormtroopers from the jungle. You got Boba Fett. You have all and Darth Vader, of course, but you have all the characters from different famous scenes in the film. So it's a cool piece. I picked it up. I used to have a bunch of Star Wars posters from all the movies,
Yeah.
and then I just got rid of those and just kept this because it's such a nice painting, and it's so simple.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the artwork is really great. Like it's really well done.
Nice. Let me see. And you know what else is well done? These physical, um, these physicals here that is for the art here for you guys. Let me just set up my camera really quick, so that way you guys know what the heck am I even talking about. Okay, so you only see my forehead, so let me showcase the art really quick. I'm on uniform too, just to
On
be
brand.
on brand. On brand.
Hey,
I
nice
hope you
haircut.
are on brand too. Thank you, bud. My freaking was it? I was with my baby cousin's birthday, and they told me like I look like a Viking. They were not ready to see me with a beard either. So it's like I don't know. I'm just with me like I like to try new things with myself because again like it's I don't know. It's weird seeing me with. I mean, I always had short hair, but I was so used to it with my long hair. I
Yeah.
had like that Cali look. I think like someone told me that when we were on a convention, but now I look like a Viking. Alrighty,
You
dude.
do.
So guys, what am I talking about? So we have a physical art here going on. This bad boy here is what I'm coloring. So this is from Steven Sanchez. You might known him from doing winning the art contest for the Ripaverse, and I think like his piece was either a like a alternative cover or maybe a poster. I'm not sure, but I remember he won. I think it was an alternative cover because I saw him posting his win and Ripaverse send him some copies of his fan art and being the winner too. The next one, if which is true because as well, once we hit our funding goal, which is I believe is doable and we can reach it, we're gonna unlock this bad boy here, the trading card, which I'm coloring tonight. And then our next stretch goal for the trading card will be the Gosling, aka Edward, the Gooseman's nephew. This is Steven's favorite. This is his favorite one that he drew out of all of them. I mean, he loved drawing Jackie and the Gooseman because they had fun character designs, but he had the most fun drawing Edward since he had like a cape, the slingshot, and the pose looks so good. I mean, I honestly like if you just ask me which one I liked, I honestly liked the Gooseman. I loved his twist of like making character designs. It's like honestly, I love Gooseman, but the fun dynamic is honestly going to be this one. So if we, so that's going to be the second trading card when we hit the stretch goal. And last but not least, we got Jackie Oakes with this awesome epic
That's so good.
action, man, bro. This is so good, guys. I mean, how can you not want to have this next to you? You got not only an original art piece, but this is Stephen Sanchez. So this is really good stuff, guys. So I just want to showcase that, that we have a physical art tier. Let me see. There we go. This is what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'm just so excited once we launch. Let me just put these bad boys here. So just give me time, guys, because I'm treating this like it's gold. That was the first thing I made sure to when I was going live is getting these original pencils next to me. I might even like do a quick preview
Go
so
ahead.
far with the pages I've got done. Well, not like at least maybe we can show off first 5 pages. What do you think, Scott? The first 5 pages of the flock?
Go right ahead. Let's do it.
All right, man. Yeah, no. I don't know if you catch the replay with let's see.
Yeah, on Niobe. Yeah, we saw the first couple. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Now I just had a brain fart. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show my pages. Let's see, drive. My drive really quick, dudes.
So, as you guys, he's looking for the pages. So the one page I'm excited about because, of course, it shows my humor, and it. Okay, so you got this page. Actually, if you want to,
Mm-hmm.
you can show page 20 if you want. That's the
Show
one I was
page
talking.
20. Ooh,
That's the
man.
one I was talking about.
Okay.
So that's the for it. So, of course, in this page, you can see he gets launched in the air and he launches down. The joke on this page, of course, is to always wear a helmet. So that would be the underlining quote. The narrator will say, well, good thing he was wearing a helmet.
Oh my god.
That is a joke for the adults, but also to subliminally message to kids to make sure you wear a helmet if you're going to go fight crime and get launched into the air. But yeah, if you want to go back to other pages.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let me just stop sharing really quick because then I'm just showing off all the pages in my freaking. Let me see. Okay, now. But yeah, like when I saw that page, and I'm like, I was thrown off. I'm like, is this still a kid's book? When I saw him how he landed, I'm like, my God! But now that now that you put in context of it's just a story narration, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I totally agree. Like you should wear a helmet when you fight crime and you know fly around with a jetpack with no parental supervision. This one, I was I remember too. Like I even talked about this in Larry's channel, but this was last year, and I believe Gino was inking. Like he was working on the pages too. I forgot. I think he was like maybe working on page 5,
Yeah.
and I remember Scott that you showed me the scans, like what he has done so far.
Yeah.
And I was like blown away with this page. Like, oh, this is the second page, and I'm like, oh man,
Really grabs you in, doesn't it?
yeah, man. Like it. This page was so good. Everyone in the panel was like, oh, this is so good. And even the colors too. Like, was it Pete? Pete was so awesome. Like he was giving praise for the page and the colors. Like it's very on brand. Like it doesn't look um he said like it's just on brand, and it's not like Archie comics type of colors, or you know not too saturated, like not saturated, but it's like not too I guess the colors weren't too dark or something along those lines, but like it just fits. Like the colors complement the art style, and yeah, man, when you showed me that, I'm like, I need to get better. Like I gotta find a good color palette for this or find something, because this like that grabbed me. Page 2 was a grab, really really got me. So yeah, I made sure I pushed myself and even like do some extra stuff too, like maybe find even artwork to push my cell shading. So
Yeah.
no, this is just I was just so happy when I finally got to work on this. It took me a while. Like this page, actually page 1 was the one I struggled the most, because I think it was like, again, it's just finding colors and stuff. And I'm gonna redo page 1. It's just now I know how to do masking, but I'm gonna redo page 1. So this is like an exclusive of before and after. Um, so page 2, I took some good time on it just to make sure that this was like on the money, and I'm just so happy the final results of it. And we're gonna go to page 3, and we got our good buddy Edward in the orange, just to stay on brand, just to make sure, like, hey, I know him. And then you see the Gooseman, just happy to see Edward, and then this guy just stole the freaking purse, just out of nowhere. And then the cops are chasing them, just having a good morning dinner.
Like really
Morning
bad
breakfast.
timing, to be honest. So why would you steal from someone that's for cops?
I don't know, man.
What a great criminal.
I don't know. This is his first day, because come on, man, who would wear a hat when they're doing this? I don't know. Even the colors too. It just points out that he is just bad news. Who wears purple out of daylight? Even green pants. I wonder how he dyed his pants green. So the cops chase after him, and at page 4, this is an awesome grab too. A rock hits him, trips over. The cops got him, and then you see Edward just putting away his slingshot, and is just back reading his comic. And page 5 is, oh my gosh, I was like, oh, this is just too good, man. This is another page too I was like happy to color. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm so happy to color this, because I remember when I started coloring the flock, I think it was issue 3. So I think it was more, I started coloring issue 3. So it was more of Huck and not a lot of Gooseman. So I was just so hesitant. I was like, man, when am I going to color the Gooseman? I'm just coloring Huck. There's nothing wrong with Huck. It's just, I just want to color Gooseman. And now and I think like once Scott, you hired me to do issue 2, you asked me like, oh, like, do you feel comfortable coloring issue 2 and whatever? And I'm like, yeah, I'm comfortable, more money in my pocket. And at least with issue 2, I get more Gooseman action than issue 3. At least I think now even issue 4, like there were some like, there was a lot of Huck too. So I'm like, man, I'm getting so many Huck action and not Gooseman. But at least with this time, at least with issue 5, is like, oh my god, I get to color the Gooseman. It's like literally just in the second page.
Yeah.
So Scott, you have such a cool idea. It's such a cool looking character too. Like he has such a fun design.
You could do so much with it.
Yeah, man.
And the one thing I liked about it the most is like it's simple design that if someone wanted to cosplay as the characters, it's so simple.
Yeah, right, man.
The probably the most complicated one would be the Gooseman, but the Gosling, super simple. Have a mask, a cape, and jeans, and you're good to go. And then Jackie Oaks is just, you got a flannel,
Hmm.
you got a buffalo print shirt you want to put on. There you go.
Yeah, no, this is so awesome. We got someone in the chat. We got Chris here. Looks good to me. Thank you so much, Chris. Let me see. Oh my gosh, I missed so many comments. I have neglected Neo and all his comments. Let me see. To be fair, the name actually comes from episode of regular show. Muscle Man was competing in the bodybuilding contest against the reigning champs Dale the Deltoid DeSico. Oh, okay. Let me see. Personally, I wish I had a better sense of humor. I plan for Riserman to have a bit of slapstick mixed with the action. I cannot wait for some Riserman because Neo says this is a year for Riserman, so I cannot wait. There's a slingshots are tragically underrated. Really? Really? Hmm. I don't know. Maybe we can change that. We can change that. Hopefully kids don't bring a slingshot in a convention, but
Yeah, maybe not.
But I mean, let me see. My dude Jackie Oaks. The Flock has been an impressive series. Even when he lost the jetpack, he still proved himself an effective hero. Yeah, man. Issue 3 was quite interesting, man. Like when he lost his jetpack. Let me see. That's literally the reason. Oh, geez. I just went over my browser. That's literally the reason I gave Riserman a helmet.
Nice.
It's hard to use physics powers when you're concussed.
Makes
That's
sense.
right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he was right. Yeah, no, Riserman is basically like Kamen Rider in a way, like his suit design.
Yeah.
Man, it's so good. Cannot wait. Especially when half of your foes poses some degree of superhuman strength. Definitely. So yeah, oh, that reminds me. I need to send you something like this. Okay, yeah, Neil. What was it? I remember Neo showed like a black and white piece of art, and I reminded him like, "Hey, Neo, remember you won that free coloring commission from last year's campaign." So let's also show off the soft cover too. I was so happy the end result of it because when I showed Scott let me just close this really quick so I could show off the. Let's see. Okay. Which one was it? Was it the first? Was it the first one, Scott, that I sent you?
Of which one?
Because I sent you like 3 versions of the soft cover.
Oh, it was I think it was the third one.
It was the third one.
Well, I think so. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me go to the campaign page.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm pretty sure it's.
You know what? We can even show off this campaign page, so they can have a good idea like what to expect.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Much better.
I think it's the second one. It's the one that's darker, I guess.
Okay, gotcha.
I think so.
Let's see here. Gotta go through our DMs really quick, so that way you guys can see what the flock we're talking about. All right. So this is just a preview, guys, of how the campaign's gonna look. Let me see, share screen.
Do you have it up, or do you want me to get it?
I got it up.
Okay, cool.
All right, so this is what the campaign page is gonna look like, guys. We even got the trailer too. I think that was one that I forgot. Let me go on ahead and extend it so we can show off the trailer. Great job, Scott.
Dude, I have no clue what I was doing. I literally have no clue. I just like made the video. I'm like, hope this looks good.
Oh man.
Yeah, so this is going to be the campaign page. So Neostar and whoever else is watching right now, you guys are seeing a first look, world premiere of our page before it goes live. So it's going to be several different, of course, rewards on the campaign. Cool thing about the Kickstarter recently updated where you can put images, so you actually see what you're actually backing when you click on the page.
Yeah, man. I was so happy when you showed me this.
So we have, of course, the hardcover and over 150 pages in full color. We have a black and white cover available, paperback and hardback, or hardcover, whatever, with a dust jacket, which is going to be sick. And yeah, so this is our whole campaign page. We're ready to launch, honestly. I could launch tomorrow if I wanted to, but we need to get more people on the sign up page, in my opinion. I don't want to launch with 21 people is great. We got to 21. But if I want to launch maybe closer to, I don't know, 50 is a goal, but if we get above 30, that'd be great too.
Right. I'm just so happy how this looks, man.
I think that's the third one. I don't remember.
I think it's the first one I sent you. It was the first one because it was more darker than. I know the other three. I mean, the other two were a little bit more lighter.
Yeah.
But I think I honestly like the first one more. It's like, man, it's like it's just in tone of the sunrise for this, because I just feel like like with the sunrise, it's just the beginning of reading this series right here of this graphic novel. So I'm just, oh, I cannot wait. I'm just so excited, man. This cover looks, and it's in a homage too. World's Fair
Yeah.
cover. You even put that under there too. It's a great,
Yeah, the World's Fair.
yeah,
I wanted it to feel like a golden age, and these were the two covers that had the most golden age feel to them.
Mhm.
Of course, the World's Fair cover, um, and then the hardcover, of course, is the I think it's just Batman and Robin, but it's Gooseman and Gosling in that format. But yeah, it's incredible. We've got all this page, our campaign page completed, and then we have all the different pages shown off on the campaign. Didn't want to go overboard because a lot of it you can see for free, read for free on Global Comics already.
Mhm.
So it's all pretty much there. I'm gonna just have to update the pages a little bit once I. That
Yeah,
looks
I
awesome.
want to talk a little bit more of like issue 4 because when
Go ahead.
Scott, yeah, so I want to talk to you guys about issue 4. Issue 4 was a huge like tone shift because I think maybe that was the only time like Scott said that this might be the only part that's a little bit serious, and also too like this is like more of like a Halloween special too because when I saw like the pages that Gino got done, I was like, holy crap, man! Like I was terrified coloring this book. It was like I felt like I got to do more because I love really bright saturated colors, and I felt like with this issue, since it's like more like a Halloween special type of theme, I have to like dull down the colors a bit. But I think too, like I even like showed Scott maybe the first page where one is like my usual colors, and then the other one was a little bit more dull.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say dull, but like more a little bit like a little dark, just to give the theme of the pages for the first scene of the page. And he's like, yeah, no, like just stick to your color. I remember too, like you were talking to me, like what was my game plan when I was coloring this? Like just stick to how you colored before, and just I believe you told me like stick to my coloring style, but if you want to make some shifts and changes, and do it. And honestly, this and the splash page, I won't say it because you need to read issue 4 to know. But the splash page after this one, it was so hilarious. And it was another one too where I think you got it done when I believe you even started before the third not the third campaign, what I'm talking about, like the campaign for issues 1 through 3, because I think you were almost done with issue 4 as well. Because you
Yeah.
were really ahead of everything, man. I'm like, holy cow, man.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, I am ahead, but I try to be so that one thing's done, I can have the next thing ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, um, this campaign is going to be basically everything we got. So like everything I put so much work into this, and so have you. So I'm really hoping it's going to be a great campaign. We've got, of course, the Patriot Eagle. This is his introductory page. He's I would say the American version of Gooseman, but he's got way more gadgets. He's backed by the U.S. government, so he's got all the goodies.
Yeah, man. And like I think like he has a really cool design too. What was it? I remember like in the early drafts when you and I were doing the Patriot Eagle. What was it? I think I was doing. Yeah, I did like some headshots of like when we were doing concepts for the Patriot Eagle, and I had like two ideas for the head and the influences, where I think the first one was like with Wolverine. I'll even showcase it on my newsletter too. If you guys haven't already signed up for my newsletter, just go to my description, and the first thing you're going to see pop up my link tree is my newsletter. So maybe I'll do a news. Maybe in my next newsletter I will showcase like some behind the scenes when we were designing the Patriot Eagle. The I know two headgear designs was Wolverine with his like how Wolverine's like mask, it's like his horns are like super big. So I was like, it's like what would it look like if I convert those long horns into like wings? And I think the one that you like the most, I believe the other character, and it was like Hanna-Barbera character, was the Blue Falcon. And
Yeah.
it was like a rebooted iteration of it from like the recent Scooby-Doo movie, and it looks so good. I'm like, oh my god, it will look so good if it looks like an eagle. So I looked into that, and oh man, and I remember that you loved the helmet design. Like I did so many helmet designs for this, and Gino like hit it out of the park when I see his style of it. I'm like, oh my god, this looks so good.
I know. Looks great.
I was so Scott, you have no idea how hard it was just to like contain myself with a Patriot Eagle, man. I'm like, oh my god, this character's so cool. I can't believe I had to wait another year for this. This is
Well,
torture.
wait until he gets more involved, man. Like
Oh my god,
he gets
that's what I'm talking about, man.
he just gets introduced in this issue. He's not the. I mean, he's got a whole other issue with kind of his origin, which I'll be doing with each character later down the line. But for him, yeah, he's got so much going on because it's going to bring his character from a whole different area of storytelling because it's a whole different city, different different country. And so, but yeah, he's gonna be sick. I have him, and my next one that I'm working on is a character I kind of mentioned to you already before. It's like a character called the Swan, which is going to be kind of a.
that's right.
She's going to be coming in. I'll probably have her as one of the chapters, but her character is she's a former Olympic ice skater, and she turns into a superhero. So that's what I'm going to say because I don't want to give away basically the plot. But
Mhm.
but yeah, we've got that, and then of course we've got the Patriot Eagle and Gooseman, Jackie Oaks, Gosling all in the villains included in this first volume. And if you scroll down a little bit, I think there's another page.
Yeah, let me scroll down. Oh my god, I remember this.
Yeah,
So many memories.
this is such an it's not it's a cover idea that I came up with. I wanted the monster or bee creature or whatever to be a silhouette because it makes you feel like it's an older comic from the
Yeah, one of those old horror movies.
old horror movies. Yeah, basically, and so Huck has to face the monster. Um, but yeah, so this was a great cover. This is issue 4 cover.
Yeah, man. I had fun figuring out what color for Huck's suit because I remember I think it was like the bland, like generic color, like oh, like everything is black and maybe a blue or red tie, and then remember there was this game called I believe it was called LA Noir, and it's like exactly what this is for issue 4, which is like it's going more towards Huck as a detective. So I'm like I look into LA Noir, which
Mm-hmm.
was a video game about like being a detective, and there's like it was also like RPG elements where like you got to decide like how to ask the questions and stuff and how to respond back to their answers. And I remember I looked at one of the suits and I really liked the blue. I really liked the blue because it really stood out. So I got that, and I got the red side to make it more pop. And I remember I showed it to you, and you're like, "Oh my god, I really like the blue." And I'm like,
Yeah, I did too.
and and I'm like,
So
"Thank God," because I like the blue too. And yeah, again, it was a lot of fun because I think too is like whenever Scott gives me something, like whether it's like this, like he doesn't really instruct, like he gives like 100% of trust on me what colors to put on this. And I'm that's why I'm totally honored, and he gave me that much trust. Like honestly, he could say, "Oh, like I just want this generic brown color detective thing," and I'll be like, "Okay, yeah, whatever." It's his freaking book, and he's paying me, so I'm not gonna deny his request. But for him to pay me and give 100% or even 110% of trust on me, just coloring however I want to color. Heck, even when I colored the the um, the juggler, it's like there was no colors or anything like that.
no.
Like I was trying to, it's like,
See, I that's why I trusted you as a colorist because I wanted you to have some options because you gave me some options, and I think you know having you giving you the ability to kind of figure that out, I think was so beneficial because you're able to put more passion in the coloring of it, I guess.
mhm.
You're like, what if we did this? What if we did this? I'm like, dude, show me. But I think it's going to be great because the suits can change colors at any time or whatever we want. The villains can over time they can change their colors, whatever. But if as we're telling the story currently, this is what they look like now,
Mhm.
and the colors are kind of working, and they contrast each other and pop, and it looks great.
Yeah, man. I'm really happy too. Like, with issue 5, the suit comes back again. So it was fun to recolor that again. At least now with the new coloring style. Like, it was still like on brand, how it was before, but a little bit more. I can say like it's a little bit more like close to it. So, yeah, it was really awesome to revisit the color scheme for the suit and bringing it back for issue 5. Um, yeah, man, it's just, oh my god, it's so good, so good. So thanks, God. And it's true. It was like you gave me so much creative freedom. Like I'm like, oh my god, how am I going to figure this out? I think the one that I had fun, but a little bit of a challenge was the juggler.
Yeah,
And I think I looked into to Super Mario. Yeah, I looked into Super Mario. I'm like, okay, this just playing it around, and then I'm like, what colors will be most likely like it's not gonna change? What color's not gonna change? And I thought CMYK. Oh my god! So I started doing that color scheme, and it just, which you will see what I'm talking about when I scroll down. Here is like literally his color scheme is CMYK. It's like there's like maybe like a little bit of like the white is a little bit of a hint of green, but other than that, like it's literally just cyan, yellow, magenta. So I think the only thing that's not CMYK is just the gloves and the the boots, but overall, like his clothing is CMYK.
yeah,
Oh man, it was again like I'll show like some behind the scenes of like colors and all this stuff that maybe I'll just share on the newsletter. So if you guys haven't already, sign up with my newsletter. My most recent one was "We're Not Flocking Around." So
Oh
that
yeah.
was a fun one to write. It's a quick read too. So literally like 2 minute reading. Yeah, but this one here I love so much, man. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to like get this physical in my hands. Look, you see the suit came back.
Yeah.
Exactly what we're talking about. And some Easter eggs too. I said it on the stream too. As well, you guys can read issues 1 through 5. What am I talking about? Issues 1 through 4, because I'm so dang excited. For free at Global Comics. Like literally you can just click on it and boom, you're on the website. How many books are in volume 1? 5 issues. Hive Mind Souls new add-on floppy. Issue 5, Street Performance new add-on floppy. So it's just only 4 and 5, or we're gonna have floppies for 1 through 5?
All of them, but I just wanted to let people know that 4 and 5 have never been printed in floppy format. Issues 1 through 3 were on a previous campaign, so they will be reprints.
Gotcha. Will they have like new covers, or like just gonna have the same cover? Like it's just gonna be like
it'll be the same covers, but I'll change them and the inside being second edition or something like that.
Okay, gotcha.
Like the credits page will say second edition.
All right.
It would say this was printed on Kickstarter on this blah 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 date 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Previously printed in Kickstarter campaign 2021 actually. Wow.
Yeah, well now we're in 2023. So the rewards got the Flock digital catalog. There's another fun book too, the Canada Bear.
Yeah, so Canada Bear is a story that my friend and my brother kind of worked on. My friend made this character when he was in college in 20. Actually, this is gonna sound very old. 2007.
Wow.
And so he made this character a long time ago, 2008, 2007, around there. He made this character. He did Edinburgh for animation, and this was a character he made. So my brother and him were best friends, and he wrote like kind of the universe for Canada Bear, and the concept of that story is also on Global Comics. If you want to read the first chapter, Canada Bear is about a superhero grizzly who fights crime, and the cool thing about his origin story is that he really was just a regular grizzly, and he gets affected by radioactive. Basically, a nuclear bomb goes off, and he becomes super grizzly, super Canada Bear, you know. So, and he's got cool different villains and people that he fights. It's got like a very much a theme of what was it? Like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme.
Okay.
So it's got that kind of artwork style, and he's got like a news reporter that he's friends with. It's kind of similar, but it's got its own little kick to it. But it's a really fun series. So that's going to be available in the digital issues 1 and 2. Issue 1, I believe, is on Global Comics right now. The next thing we have is Black and Whites. That's going to be available as well. That on the campaign, it's all the pages, but just in black and white format. And we've got the Flock Volume 1 paperback with the cover that you just colored, which looks fantastic.
Thank you, bud.
The cool thing about the black and white cover is that it is actually a variant cover by the Derek Dryman. He is a American animator, and he was famous for doing certain Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network cartoons in the 90s and 2000s. main one there is Adventure Time and SpongeBob, but I knew him from Rocko's Modern Life because I love that show.
Oh my god, me too, man. Have you seen the Netflix movie of it?
No, I have not.
Oh,
Not yet. Is it
I
good?
haven't yet either. But I did get to watch Invader Zim, and I was like, oh my god, it was so good, man. Invader Zim's so good. But I think, what was it? I think Rocco's Life is gonna be better too. I don't know. There was like this shift too, where like Nickelodeon and Netflix were shaking hands with each other, and it's the same thing too with was it Cartoon Network and HBO, that they're gonna do like exclusive like cartoon movies as well in their platform. So it was really interesting time when they were doing it. But I think now they stopped like maybe after like two movies from each of their platform.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. What was gonna go with this? Oh yeah, so if you want to offend the colorist that is doing the stream and worked blood, sweat, and tears, and you really want to smack me in the face, you know, it's $15. Don't need to pay $30 for something that's colored. What if you didn't really much like it? You know, the colorist looks like a freaking Viking. Maybe he didn't even shower the past week because he was coloring so much. Um, but yeah, nothing too personal. I won't take an offense, not at all. If you get the black and white paperback, heck, I would too if I would look at myself in the mirror the next day. But you know, if you guys want to play it safe, if you want to play it safe, I recommend get both. You know, just to experience both ways, whether it be in color or in black and white. Because I did get a different experience when I read issues one. I believe, yeah, it was issue one when I read it, and I think even issue two, because I remember that in your campaign you had issue one and two.
Yeah.
That's both in color and in black and white.
Correct.
Oh, Neil just reminded me too. Hey Arnold also had a Netflix movie. Gosh dang it, I gotta watch that one too. There's so much shows that reboot into movies, and I need to catch up with that. Thanks for reminding me, Neil. That's another watch list of mine. My gosh, we're almost 2 hours in.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you wanted to, after we show the rewards, we could probably wrap it up if it's getting too late. I think it's what, almost 11. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost 11.
But yeah, so the next thing here, of course, is the hardcover. It's gonna have a dust jacket and it is the cover that previously showed from Gino, colored by Paul Ferris. He is kind of he's the same guy who did the Canada Bear to kind of get people know what's going on with that. But yeah, so this is the hardcover. This is like a mock image of what it will look like. Of course, I think I'm gonna do a different page. The pages might be a different color, not white, on the trim around. So we'll see. I think I might just keep it the way it is, but yeah, it looks great. And then of course we have the physical artwork. These are just fantastic. Cannot wait to see these also in color. But yeah, these will be available. These are all three prints, one of each. So, well, you can only get one, but when you back this, the first person to back gets dibs on which physical print they want. Do they want the Gooseman? If they pick the Gooseman, then that one's gone. Then the next one is Jackie Oakes and Gosling. So first come, first serve, pretty much, which is a cool option.
Yeah, as well as when you go and select that tier, that you're just only going to get the artwork. But again, add-ons are available, so you do have options. Whether once you get the art, you want to have either the soft cover or the black and white soft cover or hardcover, whichever one that you guys want. You have that option in the add-ons once you select your respective tier for physical backing, I believe. Yeah, physical backing. And gosh dang it, man, this is so good. But it's so much better when you have it in your hands. And let's go to our add-ons.
Or yeah, so
Goals.
the add-ons is just saying there that the kind of the disclaimer that issues 4 and 5 have never been printed as floppies, but 1 through 3 have been. So these would be a second edition prints, which they will be labeled as such when you receive them if you back or add them on. But right now we have the stretch goals here, so we got a lot of cool things here coming up. If we, of course, get funded, we mentioned earlier the trading card, and then after that we get 8 more pages of story, then another trading card, which is going to be the Gosling, then 8 more pages of story, and then we get another trading card that's going to be Jackie Oakes, and then 9 more additional pages of story, and then bonus at 10,000. Who knows what I'm going to do for that? We'll see. I'm still working on the big goal 10,000. If we make 10,000 or more on this campaign, I will literally cry
and film it.
Just keep it documented. Just toss some money too. Just toss all that money, roll in it, shower with it.
Yeah.
All that good Kickstarter money. And it's all going to go away in printing.
I know.
It's all good, man. It's all good. That's why we're good. That's why it's always good to do math, which is you're really good at, man. It's like if I need like a go-to guy to help me out with numbers, I'm going to you because my gosh, man.
I just used Excel and just like made a whole bunch of formulas.
Don't you dare. Take the magic away from me, man. Don't you dare.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I have a magic wand. I click on things and the math works out.
Good. I want that magic wand too. Anyways. So yeah, man. So yeah. So these are really good stretch goals. So I'm just very excited for it, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this long, honestly. So you guys are awesome. And even those that are watching pre-recorded, I do appreciate that as well. So I think we're going to end this off here. Let me actually share what we have so far. Because, let me see. So this is pretty much what I got so far. I got the important part. I just got the colors in. But yeah, don't worry. There'll be more to come soon. But yeah, man. Thanks, Scott, so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you all coming into the show and us being able to showcase the artwork that you're coloring right now for the campaign and showing off the campaign for people that wanted to see. I'm just glad to have everyone come in and talk about the flock.
Yeah, man. And like how they can get in contact with you.
Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at the Flock Comic. You can, of course, go to my link on the Global Comics website, look up the Flock series. All our socials are in there. We do have a YouTube page as well, but we don't really have much videos yet. All we have right now is really what you can reach out to me is on Twitter. You can send me a message. I think DMs are open, I think, on Twitter. But, of course, look out in your emails if you are following the Flock of Volume 1, the Big Flocking Book. And we will send you an update when we go live. I think Kickstarter automatically does that. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Nice. And with me, dudes, I have a link tree down in the description below. I do recommend you guys sign up to my newsletter. I do it bi-weekly, but who knows? Maybe I'll do it weekly to help promote the flock and keep everyone in mind with the flock. Um, I'm definitely going to share behind the scenes as well, just to go more in detail. Even like what I spoke earlier about um, the Patriot Eagle. Like, what was the thought process? I even have early drawing designs the um, of the Patriot Eagle and how he looked before, and versus how it looks now on issue 5, what he ended up looking in the end. But yeah, guys. So I'm going to share all of Scott's links. One was Twitter, and I'm going to do the Global Comics link as well, which you guys can read issues 1 through 5. Anyway, I would say 5. This is why I should not be promoting, but I'm promoting regardless. Issues 1 through 4 for free at Global Comics. And as well, you guys can follow me on Twitter. And if you guys want to commission me for coloring, I am open to do commissions as well. I just got to do a better job promoting it since, people would always say open slots. I'm not a slot machine, unfortunately, so, you might not get a good reward back. But anyways, yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. You guys ooze of excellence, as always. Remember to stay excellent. And yeah, Scott, any final words before we end the show?
Stay. I can't really think of anything, honestly, tell you the truth. But I will just say, everyone, make sure you wear a helmet.
That's the best advice I've heard the whole stream. Wear a helmet, guys. All right, guys. Have a good night. Enjoy your Friday tomorrow and the weekend.